I don't know what time it is where you are and watching this right now, but here in Hanksville, Utah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, about 8, and the weather forecaster, it's a 8:45. How time flies when you're having fun. Weather forecasters all told us that we were going to be socked in clouds today, and not a chance of seeing the sunlight, at least until later on this afternoon, but obviously they were wrong. And we are here in Hanksville. We're about to head out on a little road trip, starting here and eventually ending up over in Moab, Utah. So it's going to be fun. We're going to see some beautiful places. We're going to get some beautiful pictures. We're going to get some wonderful drone video and some wonderful drone photographs. And when I say we, I've got my friend Chad with me, my friend Dave with me. And so we're going to have a great old time. It's pretty cold out here right now. It's about 24 degrees, but you know what? It doesn't feel like it because the sun's beating down on me. There is absolutely no breeze. I'm told that yesterday the wind was 20, 30 miles an hour, but we got lucky today. It's a whole lot better than that. And so, yeah, it feels warm, feels good. Hey, this is Scott Law, the world's oldest vlogger. Roll that intro. If you've followed me at all, you know of my love for the Badlands of my home state, Utah, including this iconic butte named Factory Butte because it reminded the settlers, who named it, of a huge factory. On this trip, I'm going to be looking for new and unique opportunities for winter photography in the area, using still and video cameras both on the ground and in the air. My goal is to excite the visual senses with unique beauty, including one-of-a-kind experiences, angles, and perspectives. I'll also talk about composition and photographic elements and style and even some failures. So let's see what this area had to offer us. I have probably taken well over 200 or 300 photos of this butte over the past 5 years. Of course, only a few of those have been taken from the air. This image caught my eye because of how it gives me such a feel for the Factory Butte in winter, with the snow on the one side, which is accentuated by its placement in the frame using the rule of thirds, and by the light on the butte, with much of the background, especially the closer background, in shadow. The lighting on the ridges and valleys in the foreground, along with the golden colors, bring out texture and interest, while not detracting from the butte itself. And of course, the unique angle that you can only get from a camera in the air. This one taken in the Badlands area with my DSLR brings out my inner geologist. I really loved the lighting here with the foreground formation and muted light on the slope side and shadow on the back side against the well-lighted cliffs in the background. The contrasting light and color were too good to pass up. I could not have asked for better light and skies for this shot. The weather is fickle, and just a couple hours later, as we attempted to get some shadows and textures in photos amid the bentonite hills a few miles west, our hopes were dashed as the clouds denied the sun's light to shine through. Well, maybe next time. As the day went on and the clouds continued to sock us in, we went searching for new venues. It's always good to have friends who share your passion, and my buddy Chad suggested we take a closer look at this mountain and plateau, which is right in the area. The muted sun allowed me to get details where a bright sun may have laid shadows and hidden some of the natural gorgeousness. The recent snow also helped bring out the texture and the lines. Well, it's been a fun day, and we're winding up the night here in Hanksville, about 16 miles from where we started this morning. Of course, this is actually where we stayed last night too. But anyway, we went to some exciting places today. We saw every kind of weather, including a little bit of snow on us, but that didn't last long. We saw blue skies, we've seen heavy clouds. Hopefully you saw some photos from some of the exciting places we've seen, or some video, or both. And tomorrow we'll head out to some exciting places that I don't think I've ever seen before. If I have, it's been 55, 60 years ago, which tells you that I really am the world's oldest vlogger. So we'll look forward to doing that, and we'll see you tomorrow. Let's head out. Day 2 of our excursion, and we woke up this morning to a light dusting of snow, but right now we have partly cloudy skies. Behind me might be mostly cloudy, but in front of me it's partly cloudy. Over here I've got the camera going, doing some time lapse as the clouds cover the sun and then reveal the sun, etc. So we'll see how that goes, hopefully, and we're going to be looking for a lot more opportunities for beautiful drone shots and beautiful photography today. Stick with us. Day 2 of our road trip gave us several opportunities for wonderful drone video and still images. After getting this morning's time lapse of the sunrise, we headed a few short miles away to where the ground drops away, opening up amazing vistas, which is always one of our favorite places, and which I have shared in previous vlogs. This morning, these vistas were enhanced with a fresh, light dusting of snow to highlight the peaks and valleys. We don't often get nearly this much snow on Factory Butte, although we've been down here a few times in the winter before, but we thought, since we have the drones this time, maybe we'll get over there and try some shots close up with the snow on those ridges on the Factory Butte. So let's see how those turn out. This shot on the side of the butte caught my attention because I love a good abstract. You can't tell whether this is looking straight down, vertically, or straight out horizontally, or at some other angle. It is balanced and has just enough mottled light to add to the texture and help to hold your interest in the photo, while your brain tries to wrap itself around what you're looking at. The rocky texture on the far left and the falling off of the light on the far right also keep your eyes in the photo. Just realized that this is the first vlog I've done since I got the Mavic 2 Pro, which was maybe 6 weeks ago. I don't know, something like that. I've really been slacking on the vlogs lately, but anyway, I love that Mavic 2 Pro because I can adjust both f-stop and shutter speed when it's out on the fly. I did have a little issue with it yesterday and today, where I got it out there to a ways and the app disconnected, but in both cases I was able to just shut down the app and restart it, and it connected right back. But the other issue I was a little nervous about was that it didn't go automatically into the return to home mode, which it should have done. So I got to double check, make sure I got the settings right. But anyway, enjoying that Mavic 2 Pro. Hopefully you are too. I mentioned my friend Chad a few shots ago, and I have to again. A few years back, he was in this area with his family, and he got a beautiful shot of Factory Butte with clouds obscuring portions of the top. It is one of my favorites of his photos. I was beyond excited when I saw similar conditions while we were there, with not only the clouds obscuring the top, but some sunlight leaking through to give us light and shadow to enhance the texture and color. Here are a couple of my favorite images showing the scene. It's time to move on. These last 2 days in the Hanksville area have been fun, and we did get a few images worth keeping. Now it's on to Blanding and then Moab. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like down below and leave me a comment about your photography or travels. If you are into photography or drones or travel, consider subscribing. I'll be publishing the story and images from the next portion of our adventure soon. Thanks for watching, and this is Scott Law, the world's oldest blogger, wishing you well and hoping to see you again soon. But until then, keep on keeping on.